Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and I'm finally back with some more Moveset videos and some more team review videos for you guys. I finally got my recorder back up and working, so I will be doing some more Moveset videos and team reviews and stuff like that. Now, it's probably just going to be uploading at random. I don't know when I'll have like a specific date or anything, but like I will be uploading more Moveset videos and some more team reviews. I already have some in mind, so those will be coming out soon. Now, as you can probably tell from the title, this is a Moveset video for Butterfree. Now, for the reason why I actually have two Butterfree here is basically just for the moveset, so I don't have to keep changing it from over here. And I also got Butterfree up on Smogon, which I'll get to in a sec. Now, Butterfree is literally one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I already made a Y Mega Evolve video for Butterfree, considering that the counterpart for Butterfree is Beedrill, and Beedrill got a Mega Evolution, and Butterfree just kind of got gypped. But, anyways, Butterfree is just one of those Pokemon for me. Like, if I could put it on any team, I would, but that's not the case. But a lot of people play by tiers, like OU and below, and if you say OU and below, you pretty much can have any Pokemon on your team except for like Ubers, like Mega Blaziken, Dialga, and stuff like that. And Butterfree is actually pretty good. A lot of people actually underestimate it, and it's pretty funny because like when I go on Battle Spot on sometimes just to like play around, just to get some like practice in and stuff like that, I usually like to bring Butterfree and a lot of other underrated Pokemon like Ledian and stuff like that, and people disconnect just because, like, for instance, I had like 2 sweeps with Butterfree on Battle Spot, and both of my opponents DC'd right before they gave me the win. But I'm not sure if like Battle Spot gives you the win if your opponent disconnects, but my opponent actually DC'd twice on me just because I swept with a Butterfree. So a lot of people, like I said, just what's that word? Underestimates Butterfree. There we go. So, with that said, let's just get right into it. So, we're going to start off with the item. Now, I've seen on Smogon, which I'll get to actually right now, this is the set for X and Y, which is Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, and Psychic with Life Orb, Tinted Lens with Timid and or Modest Nature, 252 in Special Attack, and 252 in Speed with 4 in HP. Now, just through my experience from using Butterfree, this set is complete shit, okay? Because, as you can tell, Butterfree doesn't have the best stats to actually live a hit. You basically have to actually have your opponent switch out and not go for a Sleep Powder and go for the Quiver Dance just to actually live like a special hit. Because in Black and White, Butterfree actually got better because, as you can see, its special attack is at base 80, and with X and Y, its special attack grew to base 90. So we got a 10-point boost into its special attack just for X and Y. So that's also good, as pretty well. And its speed is at base 70, so even though it's at the NU tier, which a lot of Pokemon in the NU tier are like Pokemon that really don't outspeed a lot of Pokemon. They're like basically base 80 and below, base 90 or below, and stuff like that. And with base 70 speed for Butterfree, you're pretty much going to need to actually get off Sleep Powder and Quiver Dance. So we're actually not going to need this anymore, so I already explained how this set is pretty much crap. But anyways, for its item, we actually are going to go with the Focus Sash. Now, like I said, Butterfree is not the most bulkiest Pokemon out there, even with a +1 from Quiver Dance. And as you can tell from its like defense right here, base 50 defense is not going to be able to lift any hit, or should I say any physical hit whatsoever, unless it's like resisted or it's probably neutral or something like that. That's pretty much the only way you can probably live a physical hit. But since you have the Focus Sash, you obviously are going to live with 1 HP, unless your opponent uses like Mega Kangaskhan. Well, then you're fucked. But anyways, we are going to be going with Focus Sash because you want that Sleep Powder off, and you also want to get at least 1 Quiver Dance up to actually start doing work with Butterfree. Now, for its ability, like the one we saw on Smogon uses Tinted Lens. Even though Tinted Lens is actually a good ability, Compound Eyes is way better because since Butterfree does get access to Sleep Powder and not Spore, you want Sleep Powder to get that extra boost to actually hopefully land the Sleep Powder, which most of the time it does. Like, I would probably estimate like with Compound Eyes, Sleep Powder lands at least 95%, which is phenomenal. Okay, but I'm pretty sure Sleep Powder doesn't have that great of an accuracy either. But if Butterfree would have got access to Spore, then you probably wouldn't have need to use like Compound Eyes. You could probably use Tinted Lens, but other than that, you pretty much need Compound Eyes for Sleep Powder. So we're gonna leave its ability like that. And like I was saying, you are gonna be needing the 2 moves, Sleep Powder and Quiver Dance, because without those 2 moves, Butterfree is basically, I wouldn't say useless, but it's so frail, it's not gonna be able to do anything in battle. So let's just get Sleep Powder up and Quiver Dance. Whoops. can't spell. Okay, so Sleep Powder and Quiver Dance are your two like moves that you absolutely need on a Butterfree. Now, for the last two moves, Butterfree actually is needed to act. Let me rephrase that. Butterfree for this set, it needs to be transferred. So if you know someone that can help you with Pokegening a Butterfree, then that's good for you. Or if you have one already, then that's great. But if you do not know anybody that knows how to Pokegen or anything like that, and you want a Butterfree like this, now this is what I do, but you actually do have to EV train your Pokemon. But what I do is that I actually have the old action replay for like Diamond and Pearl and stuff like that, and what I do is that I have the modifier thing on Platinum, and I get like the Butterfree I need. And since you can't get its hidden ability in like the old games, Compound Ice is like your best ability for it in the old games. I get the action replay, type in Butterfree, catch the Butterfree, nickname if I want, and pretty much transfer it over to Black and White or Black and White 2, whatever game you have, then transfer it over to X and Y, and this is where you're going to need Power Save. So if you know someone with Power Save, that's even better, because what you're going to want to do is actually give this thing 6 IVs and all of its stats, and then you're going to give it a Timid Nature. Now, I'll get to that in a minute why we choose Timid over Modest, but you're going to want to give this thing a Timid Nature, and then pretty much just EV Train and Special Attack and Speed with 4 HP, and you're pretty much golden. Okay, so like I was saying, for its last two moves, we are going to be going with Giga Drain. Now, Giga Drain is probably one of the best moves. No, let me rephrase that. Giga Drain is the best move for a Butterfree, just if you're going offensive like I'm going with for Butterfree, because a Butterfree is not like a supportive Pokemon whatsoever. I've never seen this thing in like VGC or anything, so singles is like your best bet for the Butterfree. So Giga Drain is very, very crucial on Butterfree, because usually your opponent is going to outspeed you regardless, because of Butterfree's speed set at base 70. So once you get the Sleep Powder off, you set up a Quiver Dance and then use Giga Drain, you're going to get all your HP back, which is going to be amazing. Now the last move you're going to want for this Butterfree is a stab move, which is a bug type and or flying type. But since Butterfree doesn't really get any flying type moves, I believe other than Hurricane. Okay, this is really gonna make me mad. Okay. Whoops. Oh, already here. Okay, so let me see. Does this thing get, okay, it gets Gust. No, you see, I see. Your best bet is probably go with like Hidden Power, Flying, or something like that. Yeah, your best bet is either probably like Air Cutter or Hidden Power, Flying. So you pretty much are going to have to go with a bug type move, which is like my favorite bug type move, which is Signal Beam. Now, like I said, this Butterfree set that I'm showing you is a transfer move Butterfree, and since tutor moves are actually confirmed to be coming back in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Giga Drain and Signal Beam are going to be a part of the tutor move. So if you already have a Butterfree that's already bred and stuff ready for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, just beat the game, get whatever you need for the tutor moves. I believe it's like red shards, yellow shards, and stuff like that. Get Giga Drain and Signal Beam, and you're ready to go. So Giga Drain, like I said, is very, very like crucial on Butterfree, just because you can get all your health back with actually activating your Focus Sash with the Sleep Powder, with the Quiver Dance, and you're pretty much good. Now, the reason why I actually have Signal Beam rather than probably like Bug Buzz or anything like that is because Signal Beam actually has a chance to confuse your opponent. See, 10% chance to confuse your target with base 75 power, 100% accuracy. This bug type move is very, very amazing, just through my opinion, because I like that actual chance to actually confuse your opponent, and I pretty much get Signal Beam's effect off like pretty much, I would say 20% of the time when I use it. So it's not a bad like percentage per se, considering you only have a 10% chance, which is like basically getting a freeze with like an Ice Beam or a Parahax with your Thunderbolt, or getting the burn with like your Flamethrower. So it's pretty much what Signal Beam is. You got 10% chance to confuse your opponent. So there's its set for its moves for Butterfree. Now the next thing I want to do, or should I say the last thing I want to do, is its stats. Now, like I said, we're going to give this thing a Timid Nature, 252 in its special attack, 252 in speed, and 4 in HP. Now, I'm not sure about this, but like if you have an odd like number of like points into like your HP, you can last at least, I think, like 1 extra turn of rocks if your opponent has them up. So if you want to go like that, then you can always just get rid of the HP and put it like into its physical defense or special defense is probably going to be your best bet, because putting it into its physical attack is crazy. Okay, but anyways, there's its set, there's its stats. Now let me go back to why I have these 2 extra Butterfrees. Now it's pretty much this exact same set, but with just different moves to use. Now I'll give you guys a quick look at this real quick, screen cap it if you want. It's pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. I was in the Battle Institute and I got Elite on my first try, just basically using Butterfree. That's the power of Butterfree. People just underestimate this freaking butterfly. It's so fucking amazing. I really want this thing to have a Mega, okay? But there you go. There's your quick look. But let's look at this set now. This is also a transfer move, Butterfree as well, but instead of Signal Beam, you got Psychic. Now, even though this set does not have any stab moves, what you can do is get rid of Giga Drain and put in like Signal Beam or Bug Buzz, which I'll get to in a sec. But I just think Giga Drain is like a very, very crucial move to have on a Butterfree. But the reason why I have Psychic instead of like a Bug type move is because of like the Poison types you will run into, like Wheezing. I see a lot, so Psychic with a Butterfree is very, very amazing, if I do say so myself. And pretty much like the same thing goes, put your opponent to sleep, activate 1 Quiver Dance, either Giga Drain or Psychic, and you're pretty much good to go. But if your opponent lets you set up like with Quiver Dances like over and over, do it, because Butterfree can eat up hits after at least 2 like Quiver Dances, okay? I guarantee you that. Okay, so pretty much like I said, you can run Psychic instead of like a Bug type move, but I would rather actually have you guys keep Giga Drain on this set rather than getting rid of it, because then you can gain your HP back, and then your opponent doesn't have to go for like Mach Punch or Bullet Punch and stuff like that. So Giga Drain is very, very crucial. Okay, so the last set I actually have is a Kalos friendly set, which is basically the same set, but instead of having Giga Drain and or like Signal Beam, you actually have Psychic and Bug Buzz. Now, I don't believe Bug Buzz does anything. Okay, Bug Buzz is basically like a Shadow Ball for Bug types, so you're pretty much good there. If you want to run Bug Buzz, you have a chance to lower your opponent's special defense by 1. And same thing for Psychic, you're pretty much golden with like Poison types, because I'm pretty sure you're 2 times effective with Poison types, because Butterfree is part Flying and Bug. So, oops, I forgot to add the 4 HP, but pretty much like I said, everything's the same, like EV spread, same nature. Oh, and I also forgot to mention why I have Timid over Modest. The reason why I have Timid over Modest is because you want as much speed as possible, like, because Butterfree has a base 70 speed, and even if you go with Modest Nature to get max special attack, with a +1 from a Quiver Dance, you're still going to be able to outspeed pretty much majority of your opponent's team with just +1 in Quiver Dance, and just Giga Drain, Psychic, or Bug Buzz, or Signal Beam your opponent's whole team. So you want to pretty much outspeed as much as you can, rather than having max special attack to where that even though you have 1 Quiver Dance up, you don't even know if you're going to outspeed your opponent's team. So there are 2 other sets you can go with. You can go with either my set that I usually run, which is with Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, Giga Drain, and Signal Beam. Signal Beam for stab. Giga Drain is very crucial, because when your opponent hits you down to 1 HP with the Focus Sash, you can Giga Drain with your opponent after you get like a Quiver Dance or with a Sleep Powder. And a +1 Quiver Dance, I believe, one-shots a defense or an Assault Vest Swampert. So that's also a good thing to use like against your opponent if your opponent uses like an Assault Vest Swampert. So this one is also a transfer move because it has Giga Drain, and this one is a Kalos friendly set because you don't have Giga Drain or Signal Beam. Now, like I said, with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire coming out, we have transfer move coming, or tutor moves coming back. So Giga Drain and Signal Beam are move tutor moves. So if you want to keep your Kalos friendly Butterfree and just teach a Giga Drain and or Signal Beam later down the line when it comes out, then by all means go for it. But if you're impatient like me, then just have someone gen it for you, or do what I said, go use like the old Action Replay, catch a Butterfree, transfer it over and stuff like that. So Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this moveset video for Butterfree, then don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. I don't know when the next one will be up. The next one I probably will be doing a team review video, so go and check out my why Mega Evolve videos. My most popular one out right now is my Raichu one, so that's all I really gotta say. So like I said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.